It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies going up against the Wizards in Washington. Looking at the Wizards, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And while we have a moment here, another discussion topic. Shaq, you are one of the most physical players the league has ever seen. Who would you say right now are the league's most physical players?
Sorry to correct you, Ernie. Not one of the most, the most. But anyway, Ernie, to answer
you're
your
not
question,
sorry to correct me. You take great pleasure in correcting.
And one of the most humblest.
elbow sandwich, that's right. So let me go, Ernie. Let's see. Point guards, how about Russell Westbrook? Shooting guards, I'm going to go with maybe D. Wade or Lance Stevenson.
Okay.
And at the small forward,
That's easy.
I got to go with the greatest of the game, LeBron King James.
Well, since he took the smaller guys, which is unique, I'm going to take the power forwards. Blake Griffin. And you know what?
He's one of the league's most physical players?
Yeah, Blake Griffin. Yeah, he's physical. He just gets thrown around a lot sometimes, but
Well, he's not physical then. Crazy.
no, but he throws it around too,
Oh,
man.
does not.
He throws it around.
Does not.
Yes, he does. He and Zach Randolph.
D-U-Z-N-O-T.
Yeah, I like
does
Zach.
not.
Yes, he does. And Dwight Howard is physical. And my man Nikola
Pekovic.
Yes, is one of the toughest bigs I've seen around.
And what's Dwight Howard's name? You can say it.
Dwight Howard.
No, say it.
Super Dwight Howard.
Say it with some energy. One
Come on,
time.
give us a Superman.
Superman is in the building.
There he goes. There
now,
he goes.
Now you ticked off the big fella. That's it for now. Talk to you later.
Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. And it's time for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Washington Wizards here at home in an interconference matchup. Should be a good one.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And so off the tip, it's Washington's ball. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Memphis. Green is the three with Zebo at the four. A lot of defense with Conley and Lee in the backcourt. And it's Gasol. And at the five, roaming the paint. Grizzlies on defense. And guys, Jeff Green, by every measure of athleticism and skill, should have become one of the game's better small forwards, but inconsistency has plagued him throughout his career.
And Kevin, I always go back to something my college coach told me. The mental to the physical is 4-1 in this game. And so through those 7 full seasons, he's teased everyone with that talent. And then it does suddenly disappear. And there's no other way to describe it other than the fact that it is mental. He hasn't been able to sustain it in terms of the consistency, and that's why he hasn't fulfilled his potential.
Here's the three. They get the rebound. Gasol. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And just about a minute into the first quarter. Conley kicks to Lee. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Randolph can't hit.
You know, with Jeff Green, the one thing you can say about him is he's been durable, especially since he had the unforeseen heart issue in 2011 for which he needed season-ending surgery. Since then, over the past 3 full seasons, he's played in 81, 82, and 78 games.
Yeah, strong move to the basket there. Nice power to get that up and in.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Randy Whitman and I spoke just briefly. On his mind, the difficult task of defending Zach Randolph. He said Randolph's especially tough because he's not only a go-to scorer on the low block and the pinch post, but also a guy who can pick up a lot of second chance points with his work on the glass. He's a 20 and 10 double-double guy for a reason. We'll have our hands full trying to slow him down. Guys, back to you.
And thank you for that, Doris.
And talking about Jeff Green, I'm rooting for him. I mean, I'm rooting for him to finally put it all together, to gain and maintain the confidence, and really to fulfill the vast potential we all know that he had.
Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. That's good. Wall's got his second basket of the game.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Gasol a screen. Lee kicks to Green. Right side, Conley. Another miss by Conley.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Here is Conley after the basket by Washington. He feeds it to Randolph. Jeff Green on the wing, passes it to Gasol. Gortat with the defensive effort.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
Pass to Nene. Fade away. Misses off the left iron. Well, looking at the Wizards, they weren't as lauded as other teams last season, but the Wizards were a ferocious group on defense. Numbers support that. Their activity, Greg, could really bother teams.
Yeah, I mean, on the surface, oftentimes people look at them and think offense, but it really was, to your point, Kevin, the defense was the strength of that group. I mean, they do get out in transition, but it was the defense, I thought, that really allowed them to become elite.
Group getting ready to come in for Washington. Chris Humphries has checked in for Nene. Porter comes in for Jared Dudley. Gary Neal's checked in for Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Wright's checked in for Randolph. Barnes comes in for Green. Tony Allen's checked in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Here's Neal. He dishes it to Humphries. And Sessions kicks to Gortat. Clock at 6. Humphries the pass to Sessions. Takes the 3. The shot will not go. Memphis has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Udrich kicks to Allen. 34 seconds left to play in the first. Over to the left wing. That's short off the rim.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Sessions. The dish now to Gortat. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. Allen with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And that's not going to go. That's the end of the first, and both teams still warming up their offenses. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And an exciting young backcourt in Washington with John Wall and Bradley Beal. Wall said that Beal is known for his appetite.
When we go out to eat, he gets like 2 meals. You know, like some people eat 1 meal and the second meal you'll get to go home. he really finishes 2 meals at one time, and it'd be like, dog, there's no way you about to eat that. So he likes to eat a lot, and he does a good job finishing it.
You think John Wall's hungry for a championship in D.C.?
Yeah, I would certainly think. Well, not really. I've seen that dude eat exactly the way John described it. It is an unbelievable sight to behold. You literally cannot comprehend how anybody could scarf up that much food and still hoop.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Defense paying huge dividends for them through the first.
Excellent hustle, and you know the coach has to be pleased with that effort at the defensive end.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Conley and Allen in the backcourt. Carter is out there with Zach Randolph. And it's Wright in at the center, locking down the middle. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Memphis known for how tough they are at home, but they were equally tough, Clark, on the road last season.
Yeah, grit and grind travels well, Kevin. I mean, even on the road, they were able to force teams to play at their pace.
Now for the Wizards. Bradley Beal's checked in for Otto Porter Jr. And John Wall subbed in for Sessions.
And guys, consistency always a key for the Grizzlies. And when you talk of consistency, how about having the same field goal percentage, whether away or at home?
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
And you know, to be able to knock down shots on the road the same way you do at home is why the Grizzlies racked up 24 road wins. I mean, it helps when you can attack the basket as they do and work things inside close to the rim.
The Wizards shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Lee's checked in for Memphis. No good at the stripe this time. Second misses also. Clark, looking around the league, there's no team that teams want to play less than the Memphis Grizzlies. They just wear you down.
Well, they play a physical brand of basketball. They play hard. Everybody's on the same page. And even if you beat the Grizzlies, they take a lot out of you in terms of how they try to wear you down.
Now here's Wall. Jeff Green missing his last shot. Wall attacking. Outside for Nene. Good. Nene's got his first points of the night.
Great pass. John Wall is really good at finding the open man.
And the Grizzlies played so well against all the other playoff teams. Part of it is that they just have a style that matches up well with anyone.
Now here's Green, and that one falls coming off Conley's feet. Green's got the lead. Back up to 2 now for Memphis. Kicks to Oubre. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
You know, that's the thing with the Memphis Grizzlies. I mean, there isn't a team that gives them too much trouble anywhere in the league. They're good at home and on the road. They're used to playing in tight, low-scoring games, and they create that situation with their deliberate style.
Jared Dudley's checked in for Washington.
One shot. One shot.
And the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And here are the Grizzlies with it. Inside, here's Randolph. Makes it off the glass.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Wall against Conley. Wall dishes to Oubre. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Wall passes to Beal. Nene, the screen, just 5 to shoot. Beal's shot is good.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Just trying to get a break in the action. action to clear some heads here. I mean, they've gone ice cold, and not a bad idea to give them a little quick breather.
Yeah, they needed the timeout here. Anything to try to get them to forget about the missed shots and get themselves back on track.
Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Lee outside. Here's the screen. Off the screen. And it's Conley that time on the assist by Lee. Lee's got 3 assists tonight. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Now here's Oubre. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Wow, you don't see him make plays like that very often. That's a nice move there for the basket.
Conley kicks to Carter. Green, the screen. Lee against Beal. Conley left side. 6 to shoot. The baseline J. Another miss by Conley. The Wizards with the lead.
And the Grizzlies, guys, a powerful post-play team. Mike Conley, though, is still the straw that stirs the drink. I mean, he may be the most underrated point guard in our league. His quickness and ability to penetrate the lane brings a great balance to their offense.
Here's Green, following the basket by Nene. Green, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat's checked in for Nene. Porter comes in for Oubre. Gary Neal's checked in for Bradley Beal. And Sessions subbed in for John Wall. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
For Washington, they have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game. That's good for Neal.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Right, he's checked in for Green. Neal hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
1:36 left in the first half. Udrich dishes to Wright. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. Wright's got his first points of the night.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
And Gortat kicks to Porter. Dudley the pass to Gortat. And another miss by Washington. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. The drive by Allen. Gets to the rim for 2 with the D all over him. Allen's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies. There's a screen by Gortat. Now here's Sessions, guarded closely. Shot clock at 6. Neal dishes to Gortat. Another miss by Gortat. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 7 from the field here in the second. The drive by Allen. And the layup's good off the glass. Allen's got the lead up to 2 now for the Grizzlies.
They're doing much better now. I mean, in the first quarter, they converted less than 30% of their field goals. But they've bounced back nicely here.
There's a screen by Gortat. And Sessions kicks to Gortat. That is good. Gortat's got his first bucket in this one.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
And that'll do it for the first half. Game time. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. Nothing seemed to give way on either side of the scoring column as they wrapped up the period all knotted up. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams, and they still find themselves in a good position at the half. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Wizards.
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, your take on Memphis.
You know, 2 things went on in the first half. Yes, we saw good offense take advantage of mediocre defense, but we also saw a motivated team take advantage of a team that didn't want to hustle. They need an attitude adjustment.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You look at Michael Conley, what a contribution.
And even though the defensive pressure and attention was squarely on him in that first half, yet he's still able to be the most effective player on the floor.
But for him, Greg, it's nothing out of the ordinary. I mean, we don't expect anything less, and I'd bet he has even more in store for us during the stretch run.
And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. Last season at both sides of the coin for the Wizards. Started out very hot, but then just could not keep it going.
Well, you know, the start was extremely hot. 19-6, which tied a franchise best, that record. After that, though, they played close to 500 ball the rest of the time.
The great pair of Wall and Beal are at the guard spots. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint, and it's Dudley in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Now here's Wall after the Marcus Holmes. And Dudley kicks to Nene. Pocket 6, and Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
And the Wizards really struggled post All-Star break, playing under 500. Still, though, they seem to pull things together at the very end and on into the postseason.
Here's Nene. Now here's Beal. He kicks it to Gortat. And it's Gasol with the rebound.
Well, there's no denying it. The Wizards had some bumps, and you mentioned that. Some weeks they look like a lottery team. Then the next, they look like a title contender. They knew how to make the most of their games when they did get hot, though.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
Gortat with the screen for Beal. The feed to Nene. A second chance effort, and he lays it up and in. Nene's got the game tied up here for the Wizards.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin. Well, I tell you, the Grizzlies guys were really dominant in the first half of the season last year, but after the All-Star break, barely played above 500.
Oubre's check in for the Wizards. And for Memphis, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. And Memphis would end up going 16-13 over the back half of last season. Down the stretch, they would only go 5 up and 5 down in their final 10.
Yeah, and Kevin, all those games so important as they jockeyed for position in the West. It was so fluid and volatile down the stretch. They could have been anywhere from a 2nd seed to a 6th on any given day, and they just happened to slump at the wrong time.
Now here's Beal after the Marcus Holmes. Oubre, good.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Yeah, and that's important because this game may ultimately come down to which team controls the paint in crunch time.
Now here's Randolph. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. Now we know the Marcus Gasol was one of the most sought-after free agents this past summer. Clark all along most figured he'd be back in Memphis.
Yep, a winning team, max dollars. And don't forget now, he went to high school in Memphis while his brother Powell played there. He's where he belongs.
No good on the free throw.
Marcus Gasol, a first-time All-Star starter last season. He and his brother Powell both starting in that game. The first time that's ever happened in league history, and having both those guys go head-to-head.
Chris Humphries has checked in for Gortat. And he sinks the second.
Oh, listen, no doubt you could argue Marcus Gasol is the best center in the league right now. I mean, this guy does it all. Defends, rebounds, passes, scores. I mean, he's also a great teammate. They all love him. And to me, that matters in the big picture. When you're talking about developing chemistry and trust, sometimes the difference between winning and winning it all is whether or not your teammates like it.
Wall with the steal. Lee with the steal. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. And slam dunk by Randolph.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Memphis trailing here. Lee passes to Conley. Dishes to Green. Kicked by Randolph. Green kicks to Gasol. From 15 feet away, no good. Now Washington takes it the other way. We've got 1:48 left to play in the third. Nene dishes to Oubre. And it's Wall, top of the key. 5 on the clock. Kept alive by Washington. The dive for the ball.
Excellent job to track down the long board.
Oh, and here comes Conley all alone. And Clark, a great competitive game so far.
Yeah, tit for tat. I mean, back and forth, plenty of lead changes, and excellent play.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Get ready for your Wizard Girls. Let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin, Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He told Nene that he wants their offense to run through him. Coach is calling on him to play a big role in the offense for the rest of this game, to really be one of the key guys for them down the stretch. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thank you, Doris. Shoots from 14. Grizzlies with the rebound. Outside Conley. Wright sets a screen for Conley. It's Allen with the drive. That's good. And now a three-point Memphis lead.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Here's Neal after the basket by Tony Allen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On its way from Neal for 2, and it doesn't even draw iron. And the Grizzlies leading by 3. Outside Conley. Here's Wright. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the first one at the line is good. Second free throw, no good. Wizards trail by 4. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Udrich, the pass to Gasol. Baseline J on the way, and the jumper is on the mark. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Memphis out in front, leading by 6. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On the court for Memphis to start the fourth. Randolph is the 4 with Gasol in the middle. On the wings, it's Lee and Green. And it's Udrich in at the point. Lee with the steal. And again, Memphis running the court in transition. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And you can sense the momentum really starting to swing their way.
Yeah, they're taking charge here. I mean, there's no question about it, Greg. And the lead, I think, is just going to continue to grow and grow from here.
Now here's Beal. Down low, here's Sessions. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
That's really told the story today, guys. I mean, throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and then finish.
More active and more physical down low. That's what's really been the difference thus far.
The offensive rebound.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Gortat with a screen on Randolph. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Hudrick. He's covered by Beal. Right side Gasol. Gortat with the block. Sessions with it. He's picked up by Lee. And Sessions kicks to Beal. 18 feet out. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Stolen by Dudley. Sessions with it. There's a good screen. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession.
Man, I don't know what happened right there. He just basically walked out of bounds.
So for the Wizards, Humphries comes in for Otto Porter Jr. and John Wall subbed in for Sessions. Mike Conley's checked in for Memphis. Memphis leading by 6. There's the pass to Green. Conley's shot is off.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot?
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip.
Lets it go from 11. Wall, that's good.
Yeah, clutch basket, even with him being on the short end of the stick, size-wise.
Really, Greg, just shows you the toughness and determination this man has. Impressive.
Now, here's Green. And that one comes up a bit short.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Trying to get back on track. They grab their own miss, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Gortat. Nene, he's checked in for Chris Humphries. The Grizzlies also making a change. Allen's checked in for Courtney Lee. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Wizards trail by 4. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones. A long time without a basket.
They got to find something right. Wall dishes to Doug. Here's Gortat on target from 13 feet.
Man, did they need those points, and I bet he's the guy that continues to go for it.
Well, unless they alter the defense on him, I mean, he should be the guy they go to. His height gives him a huge edge the way they're playing it now, so keep going to it until the defense adjusts.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. You know, they're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control, and I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He tried to really fire them up to bring it home, saying, all night, you have all night to rest after the final buzzer. For now, we have to lay it on the line and try to bring it home. Guys, back to you.
.146 left in the game. Allen's shot is off.
Just tentative in the paint, lacking a little bit of confidence, allowed the defender to recover and contest that shot.
Gasol against Wall. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley against Wall. Conley, the pass to Randall. And that one falls, coming off Conley's feet. Conley's got 3 assists now in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Wall up top, covered by Conley. Feeds to Dudley. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Ladies and gentlemen, rise and center, give it up for your Wizard Girls.
.107 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Green, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Give it up for your Wizard Girls.
Outside, Wall. They set the pick. Passes it to Dudley. It's in! And that shot brings them to within just one.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to them.
Picked by Randall. Conley gets to Gasol. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Nene outside. Beal from long range. It's rebounded by Gasol. And so it's Memphis with it. They lead by 1. Conley with it. Now Beal defending. Beal against Conley. 6 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. From past the arc. Cannot hit.
How about the determination? Now that's what we call competing for a rebound.
So a close game sees Memphis take this one. this win such a tremendous emotional boost for him?
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq and the Jet as we present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
He put in some serious work on the glass, stayed aggressive, put that extra effort in, and chased down those long rebounds. Rebounding is so important for limiting those second chance points. He made a big impact tonight.
There must be something about playing on the road that brings out the best in him. I haven't seen this in a player in a while. He gave a very focused and determined effort. And this effort is the biggest reason they're walking away with this win, Ernie, Kenny.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.